Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian from USA.Patriot.Cards, and today I have a little bit of Star Wars. Um, I want to first off thank you, recent subscribers, new subscribers, for coming to my channel. Let's see, JR Fanatics, JR Baseball Fanatic 12, I think. Did I get that right? JR Baseball Fanatic or Fanatic without the S. 12. Thanks for the little shout out that you did for my channel. It's brought me a couple new subs. I appreciate it. If you're new here and you do content as well, let me know and I'll follow you back and watch your stuff. We'll grow together. This is fun. It's like I said before, it's a good way to scratch the hobby itch without spending $1 million, and it's a good way to interact with your collection and have fun with it. And that's what it's all about. Why are we buying these cards? We're just sticking them in a box, and then that's it. We got to talk about it. We got to show them off. We got to trade them. We got to sell them. We got to buy them. I mean, the whole thing. The hobby is more than just and then putting it in a box, or just leaving them in a vault somewhere and selling them and just taking the profit. I don't understand any of that, but I got a big box of Star Wars. Not a big box. I got a medium-sized box of Star Wars hits, some sketches, some autos, some one-on-ones that I want to show today, and we'll just get right into it. I do collect all three major sports: baseball, football, basketball. Then I do some non-sport stuff like Star Wars. I do Marvel. I do Garbage Pail Kids. Mostly sketches, but I do collect some set cards from Star Wars and some autos. So let's get right into it. So the first card here. Now, I have a lot of Star Wars sketches, and I'll go through them all one day. I think I've shown some in the past on this channel, but in this particular box here that I have these Topps Chrome, and these are out of 2014. So 2014 and 2015 Topps Chrome Star Wars Perspectives. They are sketch cards that have a frame around them, and they're pretty sought after. I think a lot of collectors like this set. A lot of the sketch cards, I'll show you one, don't have any frame, but these Perspectives from Topps Chrome do. This is a Val Hochberg. If you watched any of my Thanksgiving sketch card video, I talk about Val Hochberg and her chibi style, the very cartoony big eyes, not super detailed, but very clean. It's a chibi style. Don't get me started. I don't know anything about chibi other than I can recognize it. I know how to spell it, but I don't know if it's from, like Japan. I don't know if it's from anime. I haven't really dug in, but I do like it. I really like this clean style, and Val Hochberg is one of the ones that does it best. So there is a cool Leia, and then here is another one from Val Hochberg. You see, I mean, it just very simple, very cute almost, I guess is a word. I hate to use that, but it kind of fits. And these kind of sketches go for big money. I mean, not huge money, but 150, 250 bucks. Here's a little Ewok, if I'm not mistaken. Another Val Hochberg from Return of the Jedi. And I think there's an official word for this creature, maybe other than Ewok. I'll be real honest here about something. I was born in 1975, so when Star Wars came out, I was 3, 4, and 5, 6, as they came out. I was there. I watched every Star Wars movie. I collected every action figure. I was in it. Those movies still bring me right back to that time in my life. The action figures, if you see behind me, I've got a ton of Star Wars action figures. All that stuff brings me back to that time in my life. But I'll be honest, I didn't continue in the the new Netflix stuff, even the new Star Wars movies that came out. I saw the first one where Solo dies, but I didn't keep up after that. I don't watch any of the series. I don't watch any of the cartoons. I forget names. I might remember a movie scene or even a movie or a character name. I mean, I collect Star Wars because I collect the nostalgia of my childhood, not because I'm some Star Wars savant, or not because I just absolutely am in love with the whole franchise. I just really, really like collecting stuff from my childhood, and this was a huge, big part of my childhood. But I do love Vader. Man, I love me some Darth Vader. Here's another Val Hodgberg from 2014, Topps Chrome. Super clean, right? I like this one a lot. You got Vader and his son, right? His son Luke popping up over his shoulder. Another from 14 from Val Hodgberg. I mean, this stuff is... I'll lay it out my Vals for you to see here. This stuff is pretty amazing. It's harder to draw in this chibi style than it looks. I'll save that one. Let's see if I can get all my Vals together. Yep, here's another one. Very cool. Here's a sexy Princess Leia, and this one is from, when was Jabba? Jabba was Return of the Jedi, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The Slave Leia. Okay, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Here's a cool one. Another Val, another 2014. Let's see. Very excited Luke. There's another artist named Katie Cook and another one named Nina Edlund that all do this chibi style wonderfully well. I think that's it. Okay, now let's move on to put all these up. Let's move on to some of my... I have about 3 favorite artists. 2 of them are friends of mine. Never met them in real life, so they're not that type of friend, but I talk to them weekly, I'd say, online, and more than just about the art that I purchase from them. So they're my friends. I would consider them my friends. I had a chance to meet Jason Crosby. This is actually not a Crosby sketch, but Drone. I can't remember the artist's name, the guy's name that draws under Drone. Man, I'd have to... I knew it at one point, and it wasn't that long ago. I've just since forgotten, but very cool right there. Now this is a Jason Crosby. So Jason Crosby is a friend and one of my top artists. Probably, oh man, I can't say he's my absolute favorite, but he's probably 1A, and I'd probably have a 1B and a 1C. But yeah, I just love his stuff, man. It's not quite chibi, but it's very cartoonish, but it's also very detailed. And he was out at let's see, what was it, the Gross Con in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago. I had a chance to, he never really does conferences, but I had a chance to go out and meet him, but I couldn't get away. I was bummed. But he's a great guy, an amazing artist. I'd label myself as a Jason Crosby super collector. But yeah, I have a bunch of his stuff. He does Star Wars. He does Garbage Pail. He does Marvel. He does a lot of different stuff. Couple more Crosbys here. Emperor. Very cool Yoda. Jason also does some mashups. He'll do Star Wars, and then he'll mash it up with baseball teams. He's done some very cool like he'll do a Vader in like a 1987 tops style, or a 1952 tops, Vader, or he'll mash up classic card designs with different characters. So now this guy is Eric Mael. He's a super detailed, more technical guy, more realistic, also very clean. There's a stormtrooper. Apologize for my robot behind me making noise, cleaning my house. Here's another Eric Mael. Here's another drone. I love this. The Cantina Band. So cool. Drone is the same one that did this first one here. So he did both of those. And now I think I've completed these last two are going to be the final. Nope, I lied. Sorry. I thought they were the last Chrome perspective sketches, but they're not. This one's Mael, a profile of a trooper there. And then this one is by a girl named Stephanie Swinger. And she draws amazing portraits. Look at the young Solo with his smirk. Awesome card there. So Eric Mael. I'll lay out my Eric Maels real quick. Let's see here. This is one. This is one. This is one. And that's one. Let's see. This one is Kyle Babbitt. Pretty cool. Black and white boba. That's another Mael. Vader. And now we're getting into, this is Kevin P. West. Getting into some other type of borderless sketch cards here. This one's cool. Now, I'd say my 1B, okay, if Jason Crosby is 1A, then 1B would be Gary Caselli. Gary Caselli is one of the most realistic, one of the most talented artists when it comes to drawing realism. He's amazing, and I'll go through some of his stuff, some of the stuff I have from him, some of my collection that I have from him beyond what I have here, because I have a lot of it. But this, I asked him for. This is a masterwork, so it's I think it's 2017 maybe. But I asked him to do a propaganda poster, right, for the Sith, like it was the Obama Hope poster, if you remember that. And he nailed it. I mean, that's amazing, right? It's just like you have an idea, and he'll run with it, and he'll nail it. He's very talented, and I know him. He's a friend of mine. So if you ever wanted to commission something, I might be able to help you out with that. Here's another Gary Caselli, and you can tell. Look at that. Try to get it to focus, but look at that. That Vader is very small and very detailed, and then look at those ships. It almost looks like a still from the movie. So cool. Here's another one. The depth, the way he uses light. I mean, it really brings it out. That looks like a figure, like a picture of a toy or something. He's insanely talented. Here's another one. I mean, if you're not familiar with high-end sketch cards, these are those. These are super high-end. These are some of the best out there. This is a cool one from Carlos Caballero. Caballero is another big name, big-time Star Wars guy. But just go to eBay and type in Star Wars sketch, and just, you know, just flip through some of the sketches that are out there, and you'll see quickly that these are some of the best for sure. Look at that one. The new Lando. So cool. This one is by Hui Trong, and Hui Trong is a legend in the Star Wars art community. Little baby face Gambino for you right there. This is another Gary Caselli. And we'll finish that side of the sketches. So I'm done with one side of my box. And this is also a Gary Caselli. Look at that, just amazing. Okay, so that is that. Now the next side of this box is going to be more along the lines of set cards. And I'll show you what I mean. Specifically, masterwork. So if you're not familiar with the Star Wars, I know a lot of sports guys might filter to my channel just because I'm a big sports card collector too, but hopefully I can kind of clue you in on some of this non-sports stuff. And by no means am I an expert. Like I say, I collect what I like. I like nostalgia. I like remembering my childhood. But I can, you know, offer up some knowledge of just I've gained through collecting some of this stuff. This just a die cut clear trooper that I had sent off to grade with. Might as well show you and talk about this real quick. So I had sent this grading company, Rare Edition, makes amazing slabs. I like everything about this slab. I like how it's very heavy. It's very, it's scratch resistant. It's much like PSA in the way of there's a QR code here that you can hit, and it'll take you to you know, the set registry or whatever. It'll tell you about this card. Gives you 4 subgrades here, and it gives you an overall grade. It grades half grades as well. Just a beautiful. It comes with these protectors, these plastic protectors. But it's just a beautiful slab. Anyway, they were at the Dallas card show a few card shows back. I also have this retro Marvel Spider-Man. And this one got a 9.5. So pretty cool. But my idea was to grade these clear cards, because they had a clear Marvel. I think it was a Spider-Man card, but I really liked how the clear cards looked in these. Anyway, Rare Edition was at the Dallas Card Show, and they were giving away free vouchers, 3 free vouchers to try them out. And I had sent this in with these other 2 cards, and for some reason it came back ungradable. So anyway, that was why it was in my box. I would never use them for sports cards, but I would use them if I was going to grade some more of my non-sports stuff. But let me show you. So I was talking about Masterwork. Masterwork is one of the premier premium Star Wars sets. Now, these are the black parallel. This is out of, I think, 2019 Masterwork. So this Stormtrooper is out of 5. Okay, 5 out of 5. So if I was going to collect the rainbow, there'd be a 1 of 1, there'd be a plate, there would be a gold to 10, there would be the black to 5. Well, I have a rainbow in here I can show you, so we can go through it. But so this is all short print stuff, because I have a ton of other Masterwork cards, and they're nice, they're thick. But I put all my super short print stuff in this small box so that I could work on my rainbows. But so I've got a Trooper to 5, I've got a Chewie to 5 as well. And then I think on this, yeah, I think on this Emperor I have them all. So here would be the run. Okay, so this is non-numbered, so this is your base, okay? And then you have a blue parallel that's also non-numbered, okay? And then you get into the numbered stuff. So here's your green. And this one's out of 99. I guess I can just maybe lay this out in the full rainbow here. So you got your black, or your base, you got your blue, you got your non-numbered green. Then you've got your purple out of 50 here. Then you have your orange out of 10. You have your black out of 5. And then you have your printing plate, which is a 1 of 1. And then you've got your gold, which is your 1 of 1. So that is the full Emperor rainbow from, I think, 2019 Masterwork there. And they're fun to collect. They're fun to put together. I think this is the only super full rainbow I have. And what I mean by super full is that I have the printing plate as well. I also have a Darth Vader rainbow without the printing plate. This is interesting. I'll have to save this for disregard this. This is not a sketch, but it's a reproduction of a sketch. And it comes out of Stellar, which I'll talk about a little bit here in a second, but I'll show you. I have the actual original painting that this card came from. And I'll do a video about that at some point. Let's see. This is a Lando. I got pretty far on the Landos. So let's see. I have the base. I have the non-numbered blue parallel. I have the green to 99. I have the purple to 50. I'm missing the orange out of 10. So I have the black to 5, and I have the gold 1 of 1 here. So I'm missing, on the Lando, I'm missing the orange and the printing plate. But those are two that I could probably track down with a little bit of effort. Let's see, what's next? Okay, the Wicket Warwick, Wicket W. Warwick, Ewoks. Okay, so there's your base. There's your blue parallel non-numbered. There's your green to 99. There's your purple to 50. There's your orange to 10. And then there's your gold 1 of 1. I'm missing the black to 5 and the printing plate. So I am not far from having 2 or 3 or 4 full rainbows, which are hard to do, just because the 1 of 1s are hard to do, especially of like main characters like that. Okay, Ewoks, or sorry, Jawas. So on the Jawas, do I have? Nope. Okay, on the Jawas, I just have these 3. I haven't even bothered to get the base and the blue non-numbered, but I have the orange out of 10. I have the green out of 99. And I got the 1 of 1. So you start with the 1 of 1. That's always the toughest one. If you can get the 1 of 1, then you try to find the 5. That's the other hard one. If you get those two, you're in the money, because I don't think that you necessarily have to have the printing plate to have a full rainbow. To have a super full, you might. All right, the reason I'm pulling over here is I wanted to grab let's see if I have this. I'm looking for my Vader 1 of 1, which is over here somewhere. I do apologize for the wait, but it will be worth it. Let's see. Yeah, I thought it'd be in that for sure. Here it is. All right. Now, this is 2017 Masterwork, so the parallels are a little different here. Instead of the gold being the 101, it's the red. Now, a true red 1 of 1 of Darth Vader is probably the biggest card in the set in terms of like non-autoed, non-sketched. I would argue that he's probably the most collectible character in Star Wars. So I have that. And then, let me see here. Okay, so in this year, they had a white base. Then they had a blue, and so a blue non-numbered, sort of like the 2019 set. Let's see. Yep, the green to 99. The purple to 50. And the gold to 25. I guess. I don't think they had a 5 or a 10. Because I know I have the full rainbow. So yeah, they didn't have the 10 or the 5. The gold was to 25. And then the red 1 of 1. So that's a full rainbow minus the printing plate there. And let's see. Moving along. I do have this random. This one is out of 2019, I believe. Yeah. So I was working on I just picked up the 10, the orange 10, out of the 2019 set, just in case I ran into anything else of the Vader. Anytime you can find a super short print of Vader, try to grab it. All right, so the next grouping is, I think let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. Okay, so these are movie poster. Okay, well this is actually a comic cover. This is actually a comic cover, and this is from these are from Topps Chrome. Yeah. So the Topps did different. They did comic book covers, they did movie posters, and they did something else. I can't remember. But these are the black out of 10. This one is volume 2, and there's 25 of these comic. Let's see. Okay, so this one's a movie poster, and it's the black parallel out of 10. And this comes out of Revenge of the Sith, the teaser poster. Let's see, this one is a comic cover. This one is also a black out of 10. This is volume 1. Pretty cool there. And then these are all from 2018, I believe. So I was going for, now these are all red out of 5. So these are movie posters. My idea was, and I know it's going to be, I know it's because I'm still doing it, so I know it is going to be a long process. But I would love to someday get all 25 movie posters. This one's number 3, so you can see it up in the corner, PC3. Collect all 25 poster cards. I'd like to get the red super short print of 5 of all 25. So that's Return of the Jedi. This one is Phantom Menace, and it is number 4 up here. So I have the 3, I have the 4. This one is 8. The Last Jedi International version. But you know, these reds are just, they're super short out of 5, so they're really hard to track down. And the older this product gets, it's like the harder they are to find. When they first came out, I was kind of scooping some up because people were opening them. But now there's just probably, and this is from Return of the Jedi, it's number 11. Now these boxes are probably so expensive that people just kind of put them up. This one's cool. This one is this is actually number 1. It's from A New Hope, so the classic. So I'll put this one right here. Next is number 12. This is The Phantom Menace. This one is number 14. Yeah, this is Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, this is the same one I have. So I could even try a rainbow of this one. But at the moment, I'm just trying to find the reds. This next one is number 15, Return of the Jedi. But these are beautiful card, red refractors. And I just have this like vision in my head of getting one of those the displays where you can put like 25 different cards in them. Put them in one touches, put them in that, hang it on the wall. That would be sick, right? This one's 16. This is A New Hope 10-year anniversary. Super cool. On that, this one is 18 from A New Hope, the Saito art. And then I got a couple more here. This one's number 20, and it is A New Hope, the circus poster. And then this one is 21. Empire Strikes Back alternate art. Really cool. And then finally I have number 22, Return of the Jedi alternate art. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 25. So I'm a little over halfway there. And like I said, that'd be a project that's kind of long, lifelong. These are really cool. They're hard to. These are like, I don't know if you can get a sense. These are like metal, 1 of 1s, and they come out of the black and white. The Empire Strikes Back black and white set, which has a lot of great art. All the art is black and white as well, but it's got some amazing art. So these are metal 1 of 1s, and they're really cool. Let me pull this one out so you get a sense of kind of. And I'm just picking these up because they're just so cool. I don't really have any intention of collecting them all or anything like that, but you can see, you know, they're metal, which makes them different, makes them cool. And I'm sure they grade well. The surfaces aren't beat up at all, like a lot of the metal that you might see, metal cards you might see. These are really clean. You know, the rare edition would be perfect for grading something like this. You know, only thing is, I think rare edition is pretty expensive for being an off-brand grader. Let's see that. So this one is Red 6, Jack Porkins. What a name. This one is Impatient Demands, also 1 of 1. This one is The Emperor Palpatine Arrives. This one with Lando is Lando Stands By. This is one of my favorite scenes from What is this? Empire Strikes Back? Is that when Yoda comes out? See, that's what I'm talking about. Hell, I don't. I think it is. But anyway, out of touch with a lot of common knowledge. But this is Droids and Stones. I do remember that scene though. And anything of Vader, like I said before, is going to be tough to get. This was Darth Vader's conference. And then, so you can also work on rainbows of these cards as well. And I don't think I'm not sure if this is the complete rainbow or not, but this is the blue non-numbered. Then you've got the, I guess, purple or pink out of 10. This one is, I guess, the purple. So that would be the pink, right? Purple, pink. This one's out of 25. This is the base white. And there is Dinner with Darth Vader, one of my favorites. And that's the Metal 101. So it goes like this. And I think I have them all, but I'm not quite sure. But I tell you what, putting rainbows together out in Star Wars is super fun. The last few, I'll save these for last. So I have a handful of these oversized sketches, and they are in these. Man, these things are tough. They're who makes these? Can't remember the name of the company, but they're ticket holders. Ticket Pro something. I don't know, but they're perfect for these sketch card, these oversized sketch cards. But they're hard to make to know you've got them closed. I think that's. See, I mean, it's not closed. If I turn it. I do it? No. Anyway, that is what these are. I guess I probably need to put this in a bag just to keep it tight. Sorry about it. Bear with me. Yep, this thing's totally off. Man, this sucks. There, I think I got it, but I'm still going to put it in a bag. Alright, that'll keep it at least protected. Okay, so yeah, this is a Gary Caselli. Cool scene right here. Now I do know what that scene is all about. Here is pretty cool. And I can't remember this artist's name, but he's oh, shoot. Everybody's always asking because he's got some pretty cool stuff. It's always like this though. It's sort of like I don't know. It's like almost like it looks like. What do they call that? Stenciling. And in this Facebook group, everybody's always like, hey, who's this artist? So it's kind of a running joke. And again, he's easy to forget because I forgot. But here's a cool, simple, like cartoony one. Adventure Bach. Don't know the artist there. But, this one's cool. Get a bag for it. Another Gary Caselli. I love Jar Jar. One of my favorite characters. Is that weird? I bet people are like, oh my god, you're such a sports dork. Who likes Jar Jar and who can't remember what scene, what movie this scene is where Luke's hanging upside down in the swamp trying to get the lightsaber. Yeah, a sports nerd, a sports dork. And then there's a Jason Davies Vader, and then here is a mashup. How cool is this? A Emperor Garbage Pail Kid mashup from a friend of mine named Shane Garvey, who draws under K Grimm. Very cool mashup there that Topps would probably frown upon now. And lastly, I have 4 autograph cards that, well, 5. I'll start with the new Grand Moff Tarkin, and when I purchased this, I thought it was the old one from, and this on-card auto was like 20 bucks. I mean, it was dirt cheap, and I was like, man, that's crazy how cheap that is, but it's because it's not the actor that played Tarkin in the first ones, the first movies. So, let's see. I'll slow roll this. How about, this is from a set called Stellar. And Stellar is a all autographed set. And you get one like major sketch card with it. And the cases are like, the set to purchase is like $10,000, maybe more, 12, 13. I think it's 10 grand straight from Topps. But the chase is that you could pull, like, so this is a purple, right? Billy D. This is a short print to 10. So you're going to get a Billy D auto in every case. But some might be the base, some might be the purple, some might be the gold, some might be, so the chase is in the parallel that you pull, and you want to get the big characters in the cool parallels. And so that, and I think there's like I said, 100 autos, but that's a purple out of 10, Billy D. Williams, very cool. Man, let's go this next. So this is a Han Solo. This is Harrison Ford. This is a gold out of 5. This is a big, 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 big daddy card right here. Harrison Ford only signs a very, very few amount of cards every year, and when he's gone, I think these cards will be worth a lot because there's not a ton of them out there. He does sign a lot, and he signs in a lot of sets, but I mean, he keeps his signatures like 10 and under for a lot of the sets. But on card, gold, still sealed, so awesome card right there. I'll go here next because the thing that's cool about this, and this is from Masterwork. This is 2015 Masterwork, which is the premier Masterwork set, the first one. And this is a Mark Hamill on-card auto, and Mark Hamill doesn't sign anymore for Topps. He might sign in private signings. Matter of fact, I think he does, but he does not sign for Topps anymore. So his autos dry up, and there's not going to be any more official, like, set released autos. So that's why this is a big card. And then lastly, of course, Leia from the 2015 Masterwork as well. And obviously we know why she's a big card. And look at that gorgeous auto. One of the nicest autos I've ever seen. Big, bold, beautiful on card. I should probably get this graded at some point. How would it do? These are thicker cards, and just so that by nature they're not going to, gem that often. But a Carrie Fisher on card, that big, well, it's funny when you see her sticker autos, she has a real hard time staying on the sticker, right? Because she wants to get so big with her auto. So a lot of her sticker autos are cut off. But she felt really free on this one. Just a boom. Really go for it. So I really love this card. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, like I said, that's not all the Star Wars I have by any stretch, but it's a like kind of a cool box that I have pulled aside of all my little projects I'm working on. My movie set, my rainbows, my oversized sketches, my perspective Topps Chrome sketches. So thanks for hanging out. Another long one. It's kind kind of my style. Go long, so if you don't get to, but make it worthwhile. I mean, I think, you know, this video was worth 45, 50 minutes just because you're not going to see a lot of this stuff, you know, just out there. Especially if you're a sports guy and you don't get exposed to much non-sports stuff. Hopefully this, you know, hopefully this will inspire you guys to maybe dive into some Star Wars if you haven't yet. And if you need any direction, if you need any help, like I said, I could point you in the right direction. I'm not by any means I'm not by any means a Star Wars expert as far as the movies and the characters and the plot lines and the, you know, the spin-offs and this and that. But I can tell you about the sets, and I can tell you about, you know, where to get started at least. And I can really, really offer you some good insight as far as the sketch cards go. So if you have any questions at all, if you want, I have some smaller sketch card that I probably would be willing to move at some point. If you have any interest in seeing any of that stuff, we're talking like $100 and under, and you want to buy direct something from me, then I'd be happy to show you what I have. A lot of it's up on my eBay page, which is, I have two. I have ig.usa.patriot.cards, and then I also have usa.patriot.cards #2 on both eBay, also on Instagram at usa.patriot.cards. So if you see something on eBay, obviously reach out to me on Instagram or here. It's always best to be on Instagram or on YouTube or on Facebook and purchase with fellow collectors and cut out all the greedy middlemen who just try to get rich off of the cards that we love. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. Don't know what it's going to be about, but it should be dropping tomorrow. Again, thanks for the new subs. We'll see you guys soon. Take care and happy collecting. Bye.